Good morning everyone. Today I'm out tench fishing in hope for my first tench of the year. Honestly, anything would do, whether it's a bream, perch or even a carp. I honestly don't mind, I just want to catch something today. I'm at Busbridge Lake, which is owned by Godman. You can only get in if you're a member. However, it's a really nice lake and I've been told that it's fished very well for tench recently, but I'm here to test how well that is true. I obviously have my fingers crossed, but time will tell. And I've been fishing for about an hour and a half or so. Unfortunately, I've not had a single bite. I've had a few line bites, but that's literally it. I've not really had anything else apart from a few line bites, and I'm fishing pellets on one rod and then maggots on the other. So we'll just have to wait and see how it plays. I'll get back to you shortly, hopefully with a fish to show you all. Afternoon everyone, it's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Unfortunately I've not had a tench yet. I'm also struggling to keep the line in without silverfish just destroying my maggots, because all that's happening is they just keep destroying them. Sorry, I just had a big line bite. Oh, there's tench in the area. You see those bubbles there? They're tench bubbles. That's the first sign of tench I've seen in a while. I'm going to wait it out another half an hour or so. I'm hoping I can get a tench. If not, unfortunately I'll have to move swims, because I'm only going to be fishing for another 4 to 5 hours maybe. That's honestly all. I don't think there's any carp anglers on here, because I've not heard any alarms, although I've heard quite a few big splashes which sounded like a feeder hitting the water. There's honestly not really much else to say, apart from I've only had that one fish that came at about 11:30ish, which took 2 maggots and a grain of sweet corn, but that was literally the only fish I've had so far today. I'm still crossing my fingers and praying that I can get a tench before I leave. So I will get back to you hopefully with a tench within the next hour or so. I have moved swims, so I'm in my second swim of the day. I'm praying this swim will produce a tench, because unfortunately the last one I just kept getting pestered and pestered by the smaller fish. Even once putting sweet corn on, unfortunately they kept devouring the sweet corn, so I've moved to another peg, and rather than, because I went through all my pellets and the last one that I had on me, I have decided to go with a grain of sweet corn on one rod and feeding sweet corn grains, and then on the other rod I'm using the maggot feeder, but rather than 2 or 3 maggots on the hook, I've actually got 4 of them. Whether it works or not, I honestly don't really know. Sorry, my rod tip just started twitching. As I was saying, I honestly don't really know whether it's going to work or not, but I have my fingers crossed, and I'm going to hope maybe stay here for the last few hours, see if it works here, or I may end up moving again. I'm not a fan of moving pegs at all, especially when I've got everything set up, but sometimes it's needed, and sometimes it can actually give you the fish you want. So I will get back to you in about an hour or so, hopefully with a tench. Well, that's me finished for today. The time is 4:50. I'm off home without a tench. However, I did catch, I think, 10 fish overall. 9 of them being in this peg that I moved to. So I think moving was a good job. There were 3 bream that I had off camera because they were literally 3 in a row, so they must have been going around in a shoal because I didn't even have enough time to tighten up the line after recasting. Every single one of the fish went back safely, which, as usual, is the most important thing. I honestly enjoyed today. I'm a little disappointed I, I, I didn't catch a tench. However, it has got me thinking about buying some boilies to do like a match slash scaled down carp side of tench approach, because a lot of the lakes that I fish also have carp in them, and personally I'm not going to fish a lake without perch or tench in them. Anyone that knows me knows that. I will either be using a lead with a mix of pellets and boilies, or a feeder with a mix of pellets and boilies. I will be going for the feeder anyway. I'll be going for either of the method feeders, so the flatbed one, and apologies I forgot the name of it, the feeder where you squeeze either pellets or ground bait into a ball around the feeder. Hopefully you know which method feeder I mean. If you have any recommendations for like what rigs to tie, like I know the KD rig. If you've got any tench rigs that would work with a feeder or a lead, please do let me know. Whether it's messaging me if you've got me as a friend, drop my Facebook page a message, or even just drop it down in the comments below and I'll respond when I can. Or if you've got Instagram, by all means DM me, but I apologise if I take a few days to respond, because it's possible that the DM may go into a requested message. So that's all for now. I honestly don't know when I'll be back next. Maybe 2 weeks time, 2 to 3 weeks time. I'm not sure where I'm gonna go. Probably either here again, maybe the river, or Marsh Farm, or Johnson's Lake. So that's me done for today, and I hope you enjoyed watching today's vlog, and I hope you consider giving me a thumbs up and a sub if you enjoyed watching. Thank you everyone for watching, and tight lines for the upcoming future.